My 365 Podcasts with me, Pete Cohen. Hi, it's Pete Cohen and welcome to the podcast. Today's podcast is brought to you by my free willpower ebook that you can get your hands on absolutely for free. Just head over to mi365.me/willpowers-2. That's mi365.me/willpowers with an S at the end -2. Willpower is the science of self-control, and willpower outpredicts IQ, and it is really something which everyone should be learning about. Everyone should be gaining willpower, just like going to the gym and gaining muscle. We should be gaining willpower every single day. That ebook will help you to be the very best that you can be every single day. So let's get on with the show. Today's show is all about activation energy. It's called Activate Your Life Today. Look, it's really simple. When we look at human beings and we look at, what makes a successful human being? What makes a happy human being? Versus what makes a sad human being? What makes a stressed human being? Look, the questions that we ask ourselves radically shapes our life. And something I've been doing for years is had a very curious mind and always been looking for solutions. And people will often ask the question, what's a really powerful tool? Give me some tips, some tools, some techniques, some strategies. But you probably know that tips, tools, techniques, and strategies don't make any difference. It's what we do with those tools, techniques, strategies. We're often looking for answers, but we have to apply the answers. So what I'm trying to say here is personal development, professional development isn't something that's done to you. It's something that you do to yourself. Now, I've got a chisel in my hand here. For those of you that are actually watching this, if you're listening, you can just imagine me with a chisel, like Psycho. I've got a chisel in my hand. Now, don't worry. I'm not going to chisel you, but actually, what's really interesting is the word character comes from the Latin word to chisel. So to chisel away and to develop our true nature, it takes time, it takes dedication, it takes coaching. I really think for you to be the very best that you can be, you should get a coach. And maybe I'm the coach for you. Maybe just listening to this today, you'll take something away, you'll apply it to your life, because I believe what I'm going to share with you in a few moments' time, if you apply this, it's going to help you to activate your best version of yourself. I think I'm throwing around this chisel a little bit too much, right? But anyway, the reason I wanted to show you this chisel, not because of your character and developing it, is that the most powerful tool for personal and professional development isn't really a tool. It's awareness. Now, is that a tool to become aware? I don't know, but just imagine it was, and I was giving you the awareness tool. And let me explain it to you like this. I've worked with many sports people, and for years I worked with a lot of golfers, young golfers. And one day I gave them a task, and this was the task. I said, right, go out and play golf today, but imagine you have a journalist with you who is recording. He's got access to everything that you think and everything that you feel. So he's just there recording that information. It's not right, it's not wrong, it's just information. And this was really fascinating because we had about 40 students, all pretty good golfers, and they came off at the end and they kind of wrote up some of this stuff, and then they gave it to me. And I couldn't believe what I read. They were all nightmares. The torture that these people had put themselves through was, I was actually quite shocked. There was a lot of it because they became aware. They became aware on the first tee before they hit the ball. They were thinking to themselves, oh, these people behind me, they're all watching me. I hope I don't play a bad shot. I hope that doesn't happen, or this happened last time. That they became aware of the pressure that they were putting on themselves. And the pressure wasn't to perform at their best. The pressure was not to perform badly. And you might have heard this expression before. In life, you get what you focus on. If you focus on performing badly, guess what's going to happen in most cases? Unless, of course, you're the most talented and skillful person in the world. But if you are, and you haven't really learned how to take control over that thing that fits in between your two ears, your brain, then you're going to be a victim of your brain. So when we look at activation energy, what I'm really asking all of you to become aware of is, what is it going to take for you to be the very best that you can be? And I don't know in your life if you've ever done anything half-heartedly. Have you ever done anything half-heartedly? I don't know. Watched something on television half-heartedly? Have you ever cooked half-heartedly? Have you ever done a job half-heartedly? Most of us probably have, and we know if we do something half-heartedly, we're not going to produce our best results, our best performance. And this is where activation energy actually comes in. And there is a specific amount. Have you ever seen Mission Control in Houston where a rocket takes off, the spaceship takes off? Do you know how much energy actually goes in getting that thing off the ground? It's about 90% of the energy that it has, the capacity it has, is in just getting this thing off the ground. And that's why sometimes the hardest thing to do in life is just get started. Just get starting in exercising. Just get starting reading a book. Just get started in meditation. Just get started in anything, in your paperwork, your accounts, anything. The hardest thing to do is just get started. Do you know why that is? Well, in most cases, it's because you want to protect who you are. You want to protect. Whenever you do anything that is scary, that is unknown, that is difficult, there's a part of your brain that is just going to go, no, 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 I ain't doing that. I'm staying put because this is familiar. And some of you have heard me say this before, but most of us in life we're just too comfortable. We don't have big enough desperations to get us off our backside and move. And most of us don't have things which really inspire us to get up every single day and to go, 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 because there's something we really, really have a burning desire to do. Now, I can't give you that, but I want to show you in a moment something that is so simple that could radically change your life. But the question is, are you inspired enough or are you desperate enough? You see, that is when we get to see the best of most people, right? When, the thing hits the fan, when difficulties really come, that's where people often rise up and go, okay, this is what I need to do. Instinct takes over. And you might want to write that word down, because my goal as your coach is to be there to support you. And that's what my 365 podcasts are all about, giving you different things that you can do, different perspectives, because people change when their perspective changes. So here's the number one challenge. Who's up for a challenge? Activation energy. How many degrees does it take to light a fire? I think it's 451. To boiling water, 100 degrees. It's the exact amount. It's not 99. It's not 98. It is the exact amount. And that's what we have to be really mindful of to really get ourselves going. So you've probably heard Nike say, just do it. One of the most popular statements that people know. A company, you think of what is their strap line. So Nike is just do it. Now, why just do it? Well, they recognize that the activation energy to just do it could be used or to not do it. To just do it, which means there could be some hesitation. How many times in your life have you hesitated to do something? And this is where we all really need to go to work on becoming a doer, becoming an inspirator, someone who breathes life into doing things rather than letting our thoughts and feelings govern the show. I say this many times, what has not feeling like something got to do with it? Look, let's be totally honest with you here. It's Monday morning. Every day, Monday to Friday, I get up at 4 o'clock. That's just what I do. Why? Providing I've had a good night's sleep, or the other night I didn't get home till 3:30 in the morning. So believe you me, I did not get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I got up at 7 o'clock in the morning because sleep is absolutely essential. Try not sleeping and see what happens to your life. Go and activate anything. It's like trying to stoke a fire where there's nothing there. So look, my point to you is this. Why do I get up at 4? I've got a lot to do. I've got big goals, big dreams that I really want to fulfill. So when the alarm goes off, Monday to Friday, when I wake up, sometimes I wake up before my alarm. Often I do that. Why is that? I think it's because there's an alarm in my brain. Anyway, so when it's time to get up, what do? I go, my 5, 4, 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Or just my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's such a simple thing that the simple things in life are so easy to do, but they're also really easy not to do. And I think most of us just fail to realize, and I'm just going to play you something here, that most of us fail to realize what we actually have inside us to actually make a decision. And it's our decisions that radically, radically, radically shape our lives. So maybe you've heard this before.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's from a TV show called Thunderbirds. Now, this is what I do. My 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Because if I didn't do this, the biggest challenge I'm going to face is hesitation. Hesitation and self-doubt. You've got a 5-second window to really act. If you don't, that's where hesitation and self-doubt sets in. When you coach people, it's a really good idea to help people identify, where are you now? How do you feel about where you are now? Where do you want to be? What is it that you want? There's a gap between where you are and where you want to be. To fill in that gap, yes, we do need a tool. And this is a tool. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 is a tool. It can radically change your life. You see, if you don't and you lie there, and by the way, the worst thing you can do is go back to sleep. That is the worst thing you can do. Press snooze. Why? Just a brief aside. We sleep in cycles, anything between 90 and 110 minutes. And we go in a cycle, out a cycle, in a cycle, out a cycle. If you literally press snooze and you go back to sleep, you can almost go back into a cycle. And this is what we call sleep inertia, where people are still asleep even though they're awake. One of the best things you can do, even though it's hard for most people, is just to get up. Well, I mean, it's comfortable, right? I mean, it's winter here right now. It's comfortable, and you get out and it's going to be cold. And you could talk in 5 seconds. You've got that window of opening that window to radically change your life. You will change your life by the decisions that you make. Look, in 1955, there was a black lady on a bus, Rosa Parks. And in that time, 1955, can you believe it? There was still segregation on the bus. Black people were not allowed to sit down. They were if there were seats free, but if a white person came on, they had to give up their seats. And this lady, Rosa Parks, had been on the same bus journey for years. The bus driver knew her, and the bus driver could see that there were white people there, and he said to her, "You've got to get up." And she went, "No." I mean, she'd been on the bus for years. She could have said that many times before, but she just had enough. Did she 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Maybe. Who knows? But at that point, she decided to take action against something that she felt, it was an instinctive thing. This was the right time. This was the right now. Did that decision change her life? Well, it didn't just change her life. It brought about a massive change. And within 5 days, Martin Luther King was nominated to lead a boycott against black people using buses. You are one decision away from changing your life. The decision to get up and a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and get on and do things, whether it's the morning rituals. Everyone knows the power of mornings. People say they're not morning people. What does that mean? What does that actually mean? Of course you're a morning person. You're just not in the habit of being. You could go on and on about you, because that's because you've been training yourself for years to not be a morning person. Mornings are where the miracles really happen. We are not designed to sleep in the day, even though, hang on a second, taking naps in the day and taking time to breathe and take some time out, the siesta is really important. But we are designed to live and breathe in the day. That's why we can see in the light, we can't see in the dark. So my challenge to all of you is to recognize that your mind plays tricks on you. That's what my coach told me years ago. He said, "Pete, what's the nature of the mind?" I came up with some clever answer, and he went, "No, that's not the nature of your mind. The nature of your mind is your mind plays tricks on you. So you want to go and start cooking because you want to eat something healthy. Well, what should I eat? We often eat what we feel like eating. We don't often feel like eating food that's always healthy, not always. But if you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and start cooking, the activation energy of starting, the inspiration will come to you. If you just start exercising. See, Nike say, just do it. I say, no, don't just do it. Just start. Just start. That's the hardest thing to do. When you start, it's quite hard to stop because you've actually used that activation energy to just get started. So how could you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 your life? Think about it for a moment. How could you do it? How could you my 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? How? Could you do it with your children when your children start wanting your attention? Could you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and give them your full attention? Could you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to get out of bed tomorrow morning? Could you 5, 4, 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 start reading a book? How could you use this? Because it's such a powerful tool. I believe it is probably the most powerful tool to radically shape your life. And it's the same thing with emotion. When you feel stressed, worried, anxious, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And literally do something to change the way you feel. Action is the key, my friends. I really appreciate it. Remember this, with every decision that you make, you can go down one of two roads, really. You can go down the path of least resistance. You can go down the path that you've been down before. Just like that film, I think with Gwyneth Paltrow about sliding doors, you have a choice. Let's start making choices every single day that move us forwards into growth. Now, Nike, the word, comes from the Greek god of victory. Let's have some more victories by how many times you 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 every single day. You can do it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It really is that simple. They are really simple solutions to most of our everyday challenges. Pete Cohen, your coach, is challenging you right here, right now to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 as many times as you can in the day. Do it tomorrow morning. I dare you. Let us know. Make a comment. How have you 365? 3, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's quite a lot to say. It could just be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whatever you want. Activation energy. Let's go. Thank you so much. If you've enjoyed this podcast, share it. You never know. This could seriously change someone's life. And finally, get your hands on my free ebook. Just go to mi365.me/willpowers-2. That's mi365.me/willpowers with an S at the end, -2. And let's go to work on making you be the very, very best version of yourself. Take care, take action, and we'll see you soon. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. And if you want more free inspiration to optimize your life so you can achieve your goals in all the different areas of your life, then visit mi365.me. That's mi365.me and sign up to 365 days of free coaching with me, Pete Cohen. Thanks for listening and have an awesome day.